Welcome to Hey Olexa. I'm Ryan, this is Michelle, and we are a millennial couple trying to get out of debt so that one day we can live our dream life.
In our last video, we brought back Beers and Bucks, where we talk about what's going on in our financial life. This week, we're going to tell you why we're not out of debt yet.
We've got 4 main reasons for you today. Number 1 is our apartment. Yes, the very apartment that we're currently sitting in. Although it is beautiful and we love it a lot, it is way too expensive for us. We came from our previous apartment that many of you saw, was, just under $400 a month?
Yep.
This new apartment is just over $1,600 a month. So a bit of an increase, and a lot of things played into that. Number 1, we needed to find a place for our dog, and a lot of places don't take German Shepherds. I don't know why. He's a sweet guy. Number 2, we were in a huge rush. Mm-hmm. And we had, I think you said it was a month between you getting your first call about this new job till we were like moving here. Is that right?
From a month from my interview to getting here. Not even like the call that I got the job, so.
Yeah, so it was a whirlwind. It was difficult to find a place. We wanted to find a place that was close to her work, but it's also a fairly expensive area to live in.
Which we didn't know. One of the things that we were really trying to focus on in this video is why we haven't paid off our debt. But one thing we really did want to highlight is that we're not going further into debt. So while the apartment is beautiful and very much out of our budget, we have decided that if we can't put our money towards paying off our debt, then we absolutely aren't going further into debt. And that surprisingly takes a lot of cash flow.
Yeah, and just to clarify, when we say debt, we kind of have an idea of what we think is good debt versus not so good of debt. And we're trying to stay out of the not so good of debt.
Correct.
The next reason is saving. We are doing quite a bit of saving right now, and so of course that money can't go towards debt. But we think it's really important. First of all, we're saving for a car. As you guys know, if you've been following us for a while, we both drive pretty old cars, and we have been for a while. And that's a great way to save money because we haven't had to buy a new car yet. However, that day is bound to come eventually. We're saving for a new car so that when the time comes, we're ready for that.
So the other thing that we're saving money for right now, as we alluded to in our previous video, which we'll link in the description box below, is a house. We're really excited to announce that we were looking for houses. We haven't, TBD. TBD?
To be determined.
If you've been following along for any extended period of time, you know that we started this channel as a way to document us getting out of debt and what that looked like. And originally we were what Dave Ramsey would call gazelle intense. We were living in a small apartment. We were really budgeting our money. We were making probably half of what we're currently making combined. And we were doing everything we could to get out of debt. And as we've grown and we've been doing this for a little while, we recognized together that Ryan didn't want to throw all of his money at debt. And to be fair, it's not all the debt isn't Ryan's, so it's a valid point. I didn't want to take, all of this time in the world. I didn't want to have debt hanging over my head for 10 years. I wanted to speed it up as quickly as possible, but we both wanted to have some sense of a quality of life. And by that, we mean, we don't live near our families, so we still want to allot money to go and travel to see our families. We want to have a good time, and celebrate the holidays that we celebrate, and we want to give each other gifts and go on date nights. Those things are really important to the vitality of our relationship and just our mental health. And if I'm being honest, by not doing those things and by really stripping those out of our lives for a season and focusing only on putting all of our money towards debt, it caused a level of stress in my life. It was one area of stress that I'll say. I had multiple areas of stress, but one was how hyper-focused we are or were on our money and on getting out of debt. So much so that it caused me some serious health issues.
Lastly, we're also saving for an emergency fund. A lot of financial experts will suggest that you save somewhere between 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, so that if something happens to a job, then you're okay for a few months and you have a little bit of time to recoup, and again, not get into further debt. And we looked at what it would cost to save a 6-month emergency budget, and it's it's a lot of money, right? Because living is expensive for some reason. But we decided, well, hey, you know what, maybe we'll take this whole year to try to save about 3 months of living expenses, and then next year we can start working on the next 3 months. And that seemed like a more doable chunk, and we were still able to put some money towards debt.
And that leads us into how we are actually going to be increasing our payments. So one thing that we really want to make sure that everyone's aware of is that we actually take this debt thing really seriously. We're not saying that we're not paying off the debt. We're just taking a little bit more time. So where we were going to try to pay it off in like a year, we're taking like 3 to 5 years. So what that means for us and for the next season of our life is that we are putting extra money towards our debt. So we have a minimum. And I think you guys are aware at this point that my student loan debt is roughly, I think, $27,000. And that loan breaks down to $300 a month, which we are paying. And it's, even though it's currently furloughed. So we're paying that $300 a month. And then we have an extra payment allotted for that as well each month. Now that does come out of our additional money. So we have a certain amount. And if we have to pull any money out to cover expenses, it comes out of that. So unfortunately, sometimes extra payments don't happen, but that is our goal. And we take it so seriously to pay off this debt that Ryan actually has a part-time job. And then I am doing some social media side hustle on the side. So all of that to say, we do take this very seriously. We want to live a full life. Naturally, we want to live our dream life. But we also want to do that while getting out of debt and compromising together. Because at the end of the day, it's about living this life together.
And finding compromise. We tell you guys all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, if you'd hit that like button. If you want to continue along this journey with us, if you would just subscribe to our channel, and you can hit the little bell to get reminded about new videos. But as we always say, don't forget to budget wisely,
compromise kindly,
and always be authentically you.
See you in the next one, guys.
See you guys.
Now, I do want to differentiate that we do see certain things as good debt.
I was doing so good, Thor.
Welcome to Hey Olexa. I'm Ryan, this is Michelle, and we're a millennial couple trying to get out of debt so that one day we can live our dream life. Bless you.